Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Schatzline, for what purpose?
would the gentleman yield for some final questions?
Does the gentleman yield for a question?
Thank you, and respectfully, I so appreciate it, Mr. Chairman. There's been a lot of discussion about providing education freedom for students trapped in failed schools, but I think it's important to talk about defending the freedoms of traditional private school and homeschool families. If this bill passes, it's my understanding that there will be no change to the traditional homeschool and private school families who choose to not participate in the ESA program. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, that's correct.
Does this bill specifically protect the religious liberties and curriculum preferences of ESA recipients who choose to educate at home?
Yes, that is correct.
Does this bill specifically protect the religious liberties, curriculum preferences, hiring and firing standards, and behavioral standards of private schools and private school families who choose to participate in the ESA program?
Yes, that is correct.
Great. While I hope that private schools do participate, is there any private school that is forced to participate in the ESA program?
No, they're not.
And while I hope that families do participate as well, is there any family in public school, in private school, or in homeschool that is forced to participate inside of the ESA program?
No, there is not.
And isn't it true that there's a direct connection between states with the highest educational outcomes, like Florida and Arizona, and their robust school choice program?
That is correct.
And isn't it true that ESAs cost the Texas taxpayer less money than traditional public school?
That is correct.
Would you agree that there is a direct correlation between the introduction of school choice and vast improvements in educational outcomes statewide?
That is correct.
Thank you, Dr. Buckley. Just a couple more. Does this bill require that ESA recipients take the STAR test?
No.
Would it be fair to say that the main requirement for a private school to participate in the program is that they are accredited?
That is correct.
And is it safe to say that traditional homeschool families and traditional private school families who choose not to participate in the ESA program will continue to have the exact same freedoms that they do today if this bill passes?
That is correct.
Three more. Dr. Buckley, you and I both know that the sad truth is that the legislature does not need an ESA bill in order to take away the freedom of homeschool families and private school families. However, at the same time, would you agree that the only way to give education freedom to all families, especially the many who are trapped in failing schools or schools that are indoctrinating our children, is to pass this piece of legislation?
That is correct.
And so is it safe to say that this bill is going to lead to more educational freedom, not less?
That is correct.
I couldn't agree more, Dr. Buckley, and I cannot wait to give education freedom to every family in Texas. Thank you for this bill.